Yeah, finally, I finished a new book. Wow. So today I'll be reviewing Saeculum by Ursula Poznanski, a book which I've talked about a lot, especially about the cover and the pages and that it looks awesome and that I mostly bought it because of its cover. And now I've read it. I can really only say one word to you, and I'm sorry to use this, but this just describes it best. Mindfuck. So I don't really know if there is a plan to translate this to English or any other language at the moment, or if it has already happened. I have really no idea. So this might be more for my German subscribers at the moment. But I know that some of her other books were translated in like I think 14 languages, and so I guess that this would probably translate it at some point too. I'm going to talk about the plot just very quickly because one thing that I liked about the book is that I didn't know too much, just letting my fantasy go wild with this whole design. So basically the story is about a group of teenagers and young adults that do a role play and live like in medieval times, I would say. I think it's 1400 something, and they are really strict with these rules. They go into a forest which is far away from where they live, and it is an abandoned forest. I don't know if you can say that, but it's just a place very far from any civilization. And there they start their role play, and they really can only have things that were already invented in the 1400s. So that means that things from 1600s are not usable there. Then just strange things happen, and there is a story about this forest that there is a curse, and they are wondering if all these things are happening because of the curse or because of something or someone else. So this is really not my genre. I normally read like young adult fantasy, some dystopian, but just mostly fantasy, and this is a thriller. I probably wouldn't have picked it up if it wasn't for the cover. This just really got me into saying, yeah, I'm going to read this thriller because wow. And I am not disappointed in this genre. I am happy that this was my book to just sort of dive into it, and I think there might be some new books following from this genre because I really like this. Well, the introduction was a bit boring at sometimes, but I still felt that it was a need to just tell me these things about the characters and everything, and so it was okay. I mean, I knew that there would be something coming up. And then when it just really started, and then it was really nice and just, yeah, I was really into this story. But then about 200 pages, which is like half of the book, before it ended, I was really confused what would happen now. I wasn't really sure how they would fill another 200 pages, and I was already thinking, okay, the rest will probably be boring and repetitive. Nope. I was just thinking, yeah, maybe this is not really. Then, bams, wow, plot twist, big plot twist. And then once again, when it like just it was like a roller coaster. Then when I thought again, yeah, okay, now it might be plot twist. I don't care, just plot twist. Bams, you don't know what's happening. Just mindfuck is one word that I can say again. This is really awesome. Like every time that I felt like the story kind of lost me, it just caught me again right before I was about to hit the floor. So I definitely like the story all in all, but I'm not sure about the writing. It was not any extraordinary writing, nothing special. I mean, it wasn't bad, but yeah. And then also the characters were a bit annoying at times because they're in the forest and things are happening. They were always like crying and screaming, and there's so much whining, and I hate this. I hate this is dumb because I've never been in this situation, but I hate how humans react to like panicky situations. I hate how they are like running around screaming, not breathing, and this happened a lot in the book, and this annoyed me. But I was really more annoyed with the characters than with the book. or the story that I thought like, oh, the story is annoying. I just thought, oh my god, this character is annoying. Even now, I think that none of the characters was very likable, but I think that you shouldn't really like them. I mean, there were definitely some way thought positive thoughts about and some way thought negative thoughts about, but for me, there wasn't like one character that you just fell in love with. You weren't so attached to the characters. Still, when some things happened, it just really got you. And that sort of showed me that characters don't always have to be like important. Because normally I'm someone who would say, if I can't like the characters or if there is not a favorite character for me in a book, then it's not a good book. But here it was different. Yeah, I think that maybe in just these types of books, the characters are not that important. They don't have to be important. They are just like puppets in a play. I guess that's how I want to end this review. I would say if the story sounds interesting to you, then you can definitely check it out and yeah, read this. I really liked it, and I'm happy I bought this and have this beautiful book in my collection now. That was my review for Saeculum. Bye!